Here we are. It's another day. I was going to say another day in May, but this is June. Here we are, halfway through 2020, hey? What an exciting and fun year it has been. Probably more fun for me over here in New Zealand than some of you in the US, but hey. Gotta love the good old USA. Still love her. Still love you, USA. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? Hi, how you doing? Yeah. We're not revising this. We're just kind of finishing it because this was. I'll zoom in a little. So I just want to give you a sense of place. Here's the studio. Yeah, I have a piece of masonite up there to block the light. I think I got to get a blind. So maybe have my wife make one, and I'll go buy one. One of the two. So let's get a little deeper. Let's get a little deeper. That's good. Nice and quiet. So I am still seeing quite a lot of glare. That's why maybe I need a blind. Although, gosh, I'm looking at this. I might need a giant blind. Well, we'll be able to do some work. I'm going to go tilt this back a little. That's my favorite little easel. You recognize it. It's been in a million videos. I actually ordered a second one. Because I wanted to have one in my home studio, which I just kind of gave up. Oh, my wife's got sewing to do. Yeah, I already know me. I'm going to be doing most of my work here as exhibited for. Let's just see a hair there. See a hair. I don't like it. Funny how a tiny little hair can make quite a little lump. So, like, I'm happy with this. If you saw the other video, if I'm any real foresight, I'll try and link up to that. But really did a massive redo, reshift of another scene and put it into a whole other place. Punched a big hole in the middle. But it needs to be finished. It's not finished. So I really, had to deal. I did some photography. What the heck? Oh, here. That's better. It won't matter much. Let's get some oil. So we need to make some Mike's green too. Make some Mike's green. How do you make Mike's green? You said. People have asked me where they can buy it. Yeah, you can't buy it in the store, man. You gotta make it at home. Yeah. How do you make it? I showed you before, but I know not everyone's seen every video. There's a lot up there. That's how you make it. Hansa Yellow Medium, which, let's face it, looks just the same as Cad Yellow, but it isn't. Ivory Black. Doesn't matter whose Ivory Black, really. It don't matter. The thing is, like, you don't want too much yellow and you don't want too much black. Let's zoom out so you can show you what's up. I don't need a ton of my palette right now. There's Hansa Yellow. Hansa Yellow is the same as the color they use to paint crosswalks. So it's really, really light fast. Which is what you want in paints. If you're doing oil painting like me, you want your paintings to be discussed by future alien races that may be inhabiting the planet. Or hopefully humans, future humans inhabiting the planet. Not the planet, the planet. Let's get some chunk on it. So why did I swap out Cad Yellow for Hansa Yellow in my daily painting routine? Because for 90% of the things I want to do with the yellow on my palette as I'm painting, I need the opacity. It's powerful. It works. For Mike's Green, you can't use Hansa Yellow. It just gives you this chalky, icky color. So it recommends starting real minor like that, and then just seeing where you're at, because you want a green that's about a middle. Now that is the singular most useful green for landscape painting. That's a touch lighter than I like. I got some ivory black here. But if it's too dark, it's definitely, you can still use it. But what you want to avoid is having to put huge piles of either color and have a huge pile of Mike's Green on your palette. That's Mike's Green. Isn't it lovely? And this is very easy to adapt the screen. Usually, if you've been with me a while, you'll see how I just start chucking reds in almost immediately. No reason to mix it like that. If I want a cooler green, I'll throw in a little tiny bit of phthalo. If I want a kind of bright iridescent grass green, I throw a little bit of my permanent green in there. I love to lighten it using orange, and kind of a similar deal. Like Hansa Yellow Medium is semi-transparent, leaning towards more transparent rather than less than. All of the semi-transparents will lean one way or the other, either more or less opaque. Alright, so we got that hole plugged in our palette, and the other hole I want to go ahead and plug is I need some black spinel. Black spinel! Do I need it? Probably not for what we're doing today, but black spinel, it's just more fine. A little of it goes quite a lot further. It's great for drawing. Well, first thing I want to check is how straight I did that. It looks like I probably did it okay, but let's get a T-squared. Pardon me. I gotta reach around here. I know it's so rude. Now I have this palette out, I can just store that behind. But how do I go with squareness? Yeah, I'm just dipping a little bit. Maybe not enough to worry about. Not enough to get all jiggy. Now we need some medium Archival Oils brand. Odorless Lean, the oil painting medium of Champion Oil Painters. Sponsored by the World Cup finales of landscape painting. This video is dedicated to my mom. Love you, Mom. Mom's not with us anymore, but she's with us in spirit, so we say hey. Say thanks for the artistic support, Mom. And without her, this channel would not exist. So, yeah, she's on my mind, and I'll be continuing to bring her up. Yeah, nothing maudlin about it or anything. Just giving her due. Yeah. Alright, so I seen a bunch of schmutz on the palette here. Probably from, look at all that, holy cow. Alright, let's jump in. So what do I want to do to this, eh? I want this guy a little brighter. Okay. Probably going to make a proper blue. But I'm going to be knocking it back. This got glazed, it's muted, it's, I don't know, whatever it is. I know I think the primary light source be coming through here, and so I maybe want to add a few bronzes or just strengthen what's there, and I want to add another layer of lighter tones on the trees, and maybe do a little bit of some stuff in this light area. I don't really want it to be much lighter. And it's not going to take that long, so this will be a quick video. How do we want to start? Well, oh, hey, what brush is this? This is a, it's a round. Oh, Michael, I've never seen you use a round before. Yeah, you don't usually. It's in my hand though. Let's use it for the dark. So let's go use the Spinel. Spinel's got a lot of oil in it already, so that's why you saw it. I always dip my brush in the oil to start. That gives me a taste of the quick drying properties. Now my chair is a bit higher than it used to be because I'm planning on doing a lot more big paintings, so I got kind of this. Oh, be very much like an old drafting stool. That is what it is. I do think we could. Oh, by the way, thank you so much to those of you who've been supporting me, supporting the channel, buying paintings and making donations and stuff. And the video before this you're going to see is 6 hours of me doing my last big one. And we'll be doing a few more of those. So, actually, I just put the wall sticker over there, but that might be just a thing. More the stuff I'm trying to do. Yeah. Oh, I need the support. I'm an old man. I could give it a little bit of a scrape. So sometimes when you really super heavily revise something, you won't be able to have it all like nicely revised and, you know, just walk away. You're gonna have to, if you've had to do major surgery, yeah, this round. I'm used to flats. I like the flats. It's not square. You want stuff square. I mean, it could have been off. It looks like a little too square now, but hey, we can always vary it a little. Here's my paper towel. Where you at? Got to keep that T-square. Got to keep it clean. Okay. Yeah, another round. You can do things with rounds. You might like them. I never. It just didn't work for me. So I don't want to come in there with any blacks. But one thing that did occur to me is like a lot of this lack of squareness is really down to this bit of a rise here. See that? We're going to leave it that straight. Don't worry. Don't worry so much. We can break it up. It's got a coat of liquid on it, so very easy to do that kind of thing. I don't know if that's a little vague either. My goal is not to get this darker. But what I'm doing right now is just kind of addressing some stuff. I don't want to do a lot there, I'll tell you why, because I was talking about like painting a bunch of little extra leaves in the thing. There's another one that we straighten out. We've been zoomed out that whole time. Well, that's one good thing about interruptions, right? Yeah, so other thing. This is a little crooked too. You could have things bent. So look at that. Look at that. You can have things rough. But when they're like just plain off, they're off. It doesn't, it's, the problem is like you start fixing everything will tighten up. We can do a little bits of something over that. That's okay. And one thing you'll see me do a lot of times is just knock that black back, with the paper towel. That's helped a lot right there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Now, so one thing I like about Spinel is you can do transparent things with it, but it's actually classified as opaque, and it is pretty opaque. These will kind of get covered over. I'll show you a little trick I'm going to do in a minute too. This trick, of course, only works on second, third passes when you have some liquid on things. Ready? Ready for the trick? Just erase with the got some branches indicated, just giving us some interest.
Oh yeah. The lights fall off so you press on it, so you're welcome.
Like I said, I shouldn't really do much there with the black, but I'm using the ball stick right now. You can't even see it, so that's good. Well, my neighbor's parking in front of the studios here. I don't like it, but when you tenure here at Quarry, one of the things I'm determined to do is just not complain about anything, which I already sort of called out how there's a slimy pathway here, but the way I see it there, I'm saving them a lawsuit. Not that they really don't sue as much out here in New Zealand as they might get sued in the U.S. It's not it's quite expensive to initiate a lawsuit here, so people don't. But you never know. Someone's got insurance and whatnot. It will help them. So I called that out. That's it. Oh, and the neighbor's base frequencies, that I call that. No any sky there. It's getting a little busy, but keep in mind that I'm sort of creating structures I'm going to do some stuff over the top of. Also, we can always knock things a little back with the paper towel. Highly recommend that with your blacks and things. So, I think we're about done with the black. Really don't need much going on here. Little stories and bits in your corners, yeah. It isn't making your painting better, so what it's creating is distracting from the compositional flow that you probably wanted people to go through your painting with. So I basically like this painting a lot. It's not like I'm revising it, like I said. So next off, let's do a little bit of blue. I'll use my knife here. Blue. I don't need a lot, you can tell. Oh, and all I have on the palette is titanium. We'll be alright. See, you don't need a lot of blue. Really good color to add to blue to neutralize it a bit so it's not so fake looking as the raw umber. Look at that. See? Tips ahoy. Yeah, speaking of, you want to throw me a donation, you want to buy a painting at my shop, that helps me out. Appreciate it. Or just watch, whatever. It's all good, but whatever you do is appreciated. You know, when you go up to the pearly gates, you can say, "Hey, St. Peter, yeah, that was that guy, he was helping me out and I helped him out, it was great." St. Peter goes, "Oh, okay, good." Okay, we're going to add some more gray to that. I don't want it this blue. You can see how, whatever that is. And a bit more of this. And a touch more white. Yeah, we're just getting more and more neutral. I definitely wanted it to have some foundation of blue though. See? Real blue, actual blue. I feel like that's just so muted back there, and I don't want it screaming. You can see how much we really knock that blue back. Coming in, just hitting some of that vanilla I had off on the side. Not that I want a lot of definition or anything like that going on back here. I just thought it was dull and gray and yellow. It was working. I could left blue on. Alright, so that's the blue bit. Now what I'm going to do is add a bit of... Actually, I'm going to add a bit of this. That is cad yellow, cad orange, excuse me. The orange and the blue make a complementary gray, and it's a great way to transition out of blue, especially if you just do little touches of blue. I was just going to use yellow ochre. You probably even saw me reach for that. Let's lighten that a touch. Let's need more dirt in that. So I had the color made from dirt. More ochre too. Now we need a bit of a darker gray. Spinel again. Not too dark. Much darker in here.
The thing is with shoes, it had to be a 2-day because we need to prep the shoes
Oh, yes.
first thing on a Saturday morning. And so what we would do is we'd prep them, leave them to dry, and then in the afternoon we'll do jewellery.
A little brighter than that. So what I'm doing now is you go, well, you're messing it up. But yeah, I was getting halos because it's so small and I'm kind of mincing around. Better off to do something like this. Come in. And if you want to, just redo the limbs. You know, doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't really matter because those limbs aren't going to make it. You think they are, but stuff like that isn't really that important. Yeah, like that. There'll come a few lighter bits here and there, but that's alright. The light colors in the sky is the thing I tend to go over the most. You can't mix back and forth until I get just the color I want. close to what's there now, but don't get too busy. I had a tap of Cad Yellow. Now that we've lightened this, we might need to do a little scumble over the hills back there. I don't want a lot of like tweaky little details or anything back there. Just want it a bit lighter. And I'm pretty happy with that. Yep, like it. Now, so talking scumbles, eh? I think to counterbalance the muddiness of that, it might be nice to do a bit of a gray. So that's me just bringing in some Mike's Gray. Hey.
Hiya, Mike.
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm in between two things at the moment, so I'll come back another time. But there's just a lady wandering around. I will pop her if she wants to pop her head in here. Hey, to say hello.
Oh, anyone can say hello that likes, or they can completely ignore me if they like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Thanks. All good. That's not much lighter. I don't really want it tons lighter. Yeah, so I haven't been doing much of the figurative thing lately. I've really been getting back into doing music a bit more. I had some RSI computer complaints that I ended up, going away largely. So that gives me, as long as I don't get excessive, I can do a bit of music and stuff in the evenings sometimes. And I think it's good to balance things out. I kind of like that. Let's see what it's like if we just wipe it off though. That's what I mean by scumble. It's just basically like a tint with a little opacity, introduce a little haze. Like that. And one thing I might do, let's have a little more lightness coming up from this area here. I don't want any real details going on there. Yeah. I don't know if a fish was able to say, but this lady's like parking right there. I don't park that way. We have a parking lot. Maybe she's not into exercise. Now this is challenging here because path, but one thing that could help differentiate it was more of a gray there. A lot of times I like to do the path, make it clearer. By making it lighter as it goes back, but you've got all these light grasses sort of messing with that. To be honest, with some blues in it, it almost looks like a little stream. You can turn the path into a stream really easy. I do like that. Like a that. Alright, so we lost a little bit of our blacks. We're going to get some of that back. A little oil. Little black spinel. I don't like that sky at all. Yeah, I got a lot of oil and stuff here, so maybe can't address it with all my brush, but I will. I want to address it. Might just pop a little green in there when I get into the greens. Top of this, some more green. Like I got little bits of like the original paint peeking through and stuff. We're not far off though. I like the color this is. I'm tempted to go brighter with it, lighter, but we'll see how we do. Brush. Right. Medium type greens first. Here's some of my green. Whoa, I went too far. That's okay. And then, of course, let's put this for a number. Look, magic, it's magic. Burn number works. Burnt sienna works. Glasses off. What I don't want to do is get polka dotty. No, that's about what I want. Just a notch or two. Glasses off because I want to just see big big things. It's nice. I don't need that so open down there. I don't think it's gonna help. So that's the same sky hole. I'm gonna make you green. Yep, let's get those messes back on. Maybe quiet down a bit of it with the paper towel. Careful with this sort of thing. I mean, you don't want to eliminate every stroke from your painting, just smoothing everything out. That's what that does. It has a kind of smoothing effect. Back here, I'm going to hit the gray off on the side. With the green that's in my brush, it's still too dark though. Touch of yellow, ochre. That's going to be the same exact color, yay. That's alright, a little black. I want a little subtle shadow there. That's a subtle. Wait, that's. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that didn't work out. Not a big deal. It's back and forth. It will work out because I won't be giving up. Even the paintings, I finish almost everything I do. I mean, even if I'm actively failing, you know, I finish it. I get some sort of level. I'll put it away if it really bothers me, and then at some point I might pull it out and go, oh, I know exactly what to do to save this now. Exactly what to do. Right, so a little bit of the good old. Sorry, I got this mole stick a little more difficult for me to hold this up for you, but a little bit of this good old Cad Yellow. Cad Yellow works on greens. It doesn't work to create the base light green though. No, I need to go further. I'm going to go a little yellow ochre because yellow ochre has opacity, kind of a little bit neutral. Wow, it's so much further than I wanted to go. Just like kind of this round thing going there. Could let that be. I just want vague kind of modulations back there. All I want. No specific clouds. So that's doing the job, and it doesn't need to be progressed much more. So well, I've got this yellow yokery. I'm gonna grab a little Cad orange. And here I just want a few. I get nuts with it. This like right now it's kind of flat, which I like. I'd say when it comes to your foliage, your trees, you know, you're better off erring on the side of things a little too flat than too round looking. I mean, you can render things so everything looks like a balloon, but. And it, you know, it's fine. You have a, you know, dark, medium, light, that kind of thing, and that'll give you depth. And you do want some, but you said that brought things forward. Yeah, it's alright. Now here, I hope I don't regret this. I'm gonna go for the orange alone, but I want it to red up a bit. Let's see if this is actually truly brighter. Yep. I pretty much match the color. That's alright. That's fine. Because what I want to do is subtle. It's subtle, but it's doing what I wanted. Yeah, so it might be. This place is starting to heat up a little again. Do a lot of clay stuff here. You know, people that aren't professional artists or whatever, that's all good though. I'm all in favor of anyone doing art that has the feeling like they want to do art. Maybe you'll find you're pretty good at it. Maybe you won't be. So on this tree, I want to do a subtle. That is not going to show up. Bit of white, bit of gray, and we need some oil. Get some movement. Yeah. What did I do with that? Did I start using this? Oh yeah. I think I've overcompensated. Well, maybe not. Pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, one thing I was talking about. Now I did over straighten all this. Pretty easy though to, just break it up. Okay. Yeah, I like the lightness of that, so there's a few things I want to do there. So in the sunlit dry dead, are they sunlit or is it just dry grass? We don't know. It doesn't matter because you can decide. It's okay. As a viewer, you can decide. But I was thinking, and I want a little bit more. It's a little more, a little darker. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to my store, my site, you know what your best value is these little 5x7s, because if you look at how much work goes into them, a lot. But I sell them pretty cheap. Because, well, for one, I like doing smaller paintings. For two, it's an affordable original, and I'm all about that, especially if, lots of people have been affected by the lockdown. Yeah. I will be quieting this down a little bit. That's just less jarring. That's really what I was thinking. Although I think here, yeah. Is that my dark? Well, you know what? I'm brown. Here's your chance to shine again, bud. Yeah. I can paint with round. I can paint with anything. Thank God I don't have to paint with anything. But painting is 90% in your brain, 10% your materials. I mean, there's certain things you could do with certain materials you couldn't do with other materials. I don't think I need you. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. Yep. We could keep tweaking. This looks a little tweaky here. We're not gonna though. It is what it is. Thank you for joining me today. This should be what, like 40-minute video, maybe an hour. Either way, it's not like that bad. It won't be that bad. You'll get something from it, I think. If anything else, you got like a quick lesson in Mike's Green. This has been your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. I don't know what I look in here. Yeah. I'll be back real soon with another video. Meanwhile, please take good care and stay out of trouble.